Oh, Jesus Christ. He's got a demon tattoo with runes on his fingers?
Yes!
%, is what I said to you. This is it. Out. I want out.
So claw marks appeared on my thigh.
Oh.
Welcome back to the channel, food. Thanks for tapping in, and tonight we're back again with the most creepiest videos. So do me the biggest favor and hit and smash the like button for me, smash the subscribe button and join the family if you like videos like this.
Now it's 10 o'clock at night. I'm on 100 acres surrounded by thousands of private acres. There should be no light. I don't know what the hell this is, but this is 10 o'clock at night in the middle of a thunderstorm, and this showed up. It's not. What in the fuck is that? Guys, I don't know what this it is. I mean, it's 10 o'clock at night. What in the hell can this be?
From what I saw, the beings that are rendering our physical universe, so what is simulated is not Earth, it's the universe, it's the whole universe, are the insectoids. So the insectoids are the ones that are actually rendering our world, which is also why they are so common in people's perception. People very often see the insectoids.
What do they look like?
A lot of different kinds. Some of them look like straight up like praying mantises. Some of them look like centipedes. Some of them look like spiders. They're enormous. Some of them, like some people report, they're the size of a planet. Like they're enormous. And I think it seems like they're weaving physical reality, and they are responsible for the fidelity of so the universe doesn't kind of fall apart. So like obviously it's automated, but also they kind of do the error correction when it needs to happen. And again, this is already like a super wild thought. So, but in for a penny, in for a pound. So we'll keep compounding the craziness. It makes sense to me that they would be dark matter. So like the galaxy might be their city. So they're kind of like the behind the scenes is what dark matter is. It's a mass that's the layer that they're at, but it's their way of cloaking themselves from us.
The founder of the Illuminati, George Washington, that's his image on the front of the dollar bill. That's not George Washington. And on the back of the dollar bill, he says that we have now successfully undertaken a new world order. The back of the dollar bill originally was of peace and friendship. That's why you see it. On one side, you had the pyramid. The other side, you had the eagle. But the eagle looks toward the pyramid, letting you know that their knowledge comes from the east. At the same time, that pyramid has 13 levels. 13 levels represent the black nobility. See, who runs this whole thing is a bunch of reptilians who made it some of our kind a long time ago and mixed some of our DNA into them and gave them superior knowledge. And they became the 13 nobility's family. And they set up this thing of racial division and all this other stuff. That's why when you look at the pyramid, the eye above used to be the eye of Haru. That's the eye of a serpent. That's why you can take a dollar bill and round it, put a little light in it, and a reptilian's face will appear. You got all kinds of symbols inside the dollar bill. Like the eagle, everything is 13, because 13 is the sacred number. They told us it wasn't, but the only reason is because it was on Friday the 13th, 13/12, that they sought to kill the ninth Cephalon. That's what made it the unlucky day.
Y'all think I can, y'all think I could steal anything from here? Oh my God, there's so many.
Did you see the tattoo on the guy at NASA? They're shoving like yogurt pouches in there. There was a whole thing where the astronauts are sitting there and they're putting like food pouches in there.
Oh, Jesus Christ. He's got a demon tattoo with runes on his fingers?
Yes!
Bro, that's wild.
¿Persona, güey? ¿O una tela? Es una tela, ¿verdad? Está algo colgado. Es una tela, a ver. Está algo colgado. ¿Sí es una tela, güey? Sí, no. Sí, porque va a haber una... Colgaron una tela, ¿quieren, amigos? Y traían una figura ahí, güey. Sí. Trae una figura pintada.
¿Qué es esa mamada, güey?
No sé. No, Pedro,
Wey,
si es alguien.
Tiene algo colgado.
Hey, buenas noches.
Escuchaste.
Oiga. Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
Buenas.
¡Chinga tu madre! ¡No mames, cabrón! ¡No mames, güey!
¡Tela pura madre!
¡A la bestia, güey! Esa mamada no era tela, güey. No mames, Pedro. No era tela, güey.
No era. Pedro.
Ay, cabrón.
¿Viste esa? ¡Ey! ¿Qué fue esa mierda, güey? No era una tela, güey.
Ay, hasta me mareé, güey.
No era una tela, Munra.
No mames, Pedro, que era esa
No
mamada,
era
güey.
una tela, güey. ¿Sí miraste? Era como...
Ay, cabrón. Ay.
Ay, güey.
No mames.
¿Qué fue?
Aquí.
Algo cayó aquí, güey.
Ay,
No
cabrón.
mames, güey.
Ay, cabrón.
That dude in particular claimed that his mom was part of a genetics program, and they monitored him through his entire life and kind of bumped him in the direction
Same shit,
they
Max.
wanted him to go. And then you go back to what I said earlier about the group A and B. How group A, who they're selected, they get help through their entire life, but it's because they want these individuals to end up in certain positions in life. The other ones, on the other hand, are almost what they describe as almost sabotage their entire life.
Nah, what this is, I know a sigil when I see one. Dumpy know who for frightened. But never fret. What the fuck?
That's an Ezekiel wheel. Time to prepare.
Lest any of you think, what does this have to do with AI? What it has to do with AI is there's nothing new under the sun. Stones in ancient times were divination tools. If it was the right stone with the right frequency, these were meteoric stones. They were meteorites, they were sand glass, they were tektites, and they were Jupiter lapis. And if you study Cybele or Diana, who fell from Zeus in the book of Ephesians, these were meteorites. These were black meteorite fragments. These things, because of their frequencies and because of their origins, became houses or vessels where these demonic entities and fallen entities could house themselves and communicate with people if the people were in the right state of mind.
Are there simulators? Like, have you considered that?
Yeah, I've
What are your
seen that.
thoughts?
That's what's happening. Yeah.
Oh,
I've
can
seen
you
it.
unpack that for us,
That's what it
please?
is. So basically, you have it's simulations all the way up, just like turtles all the way down. It's simulations all the way up. And by the way, to be clear, what is simulated is not Earth; it's the universe. That's just one of the simulations. So there's the multiverse, which is like the totality of all possible routes for this kind of a thing that we and things like us are. We're not the only ones, obviously. And if you finish this stage, then you proceed to the next stage, and then you're allowed to play in a larger arena. One of the next stages for us is the universe as a whole.
In 2011, a Taiwan police officer was reviewing photos he took from a lake and noticed what appeared to be a translucent, giant, praying mantis-like figure hidden in the background. UFO enthusiasts argue the image is authentic, while skeptics believe it's only an optical illusion. Some online accounts also claim the image was examined by the FBI, but there's no publicly verified evidence that the FBI officially authenticated the photograph or concluded it really depicts an alien. Still, many believe it's some kind of alien using cloaking technology that was accidentally photographed at the perfect moment to be captured on camera. Stories of mantid encounters are common in modern UFO abduction lore and contactee stories. They are often described as 6 to 7 feet tall, bipedal with thin bodies, large slanted eyes, and long necks. Witnesses describe them as wise or unsettling overseers who communicate via telepathy and work alongside other entities like the Greys. Have you seen them before? Let me know in the comments below.
Listen to this.
We're in the SEAL teams. I don't know how it is in the Ranger Bat and the Green Berets, but we get pulled into a lot of spooky shit in the SEAL teams. And so I had two dudes that went to Nevada for something, and they came back and was like, you ain't gonna fucking believe this shit. There's a space academy. I was like, what? They're like, yeah, man, they like taking 16-year-olds from across the country and they disappear them, and then they're flying to Mars in 5 hours. What? I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, I saw it. I was like, fuck, okay.
Sound familiar? This is exactly what someone who's very controversial in the UFO world, Randy Kramer, he's been saying this now for years, that they took him back whenever he was 16 or 17 years old. I mean, this is basically the beginning of his story. But yeah, he said that he was recruited as a teen by the special section in the Marines into the SSP, or the Secret Space Program. He says that he spent 20 years on Mars, where he trained and fought in battles there, and then was returned to Earth, where he was age regressed back into his teenage body. It sounds a little crazy. So, could there be some truth to this? Let me know.
If they're all locked in one cabinet, they're most likely all haunted.
One of the things that you talked about was your experience with non-physical entities.
Non-physical means it's just not in this virtual reality.
Right.
So there's other virtual realities around, and there's other beings, let's say, that's there. Now, a being, remember, virtual reality is I get a data stream. So let's say I'm going out of body now, so I let go of the data stream to this universe, grab hold of another data stream. Well, where's this data stream coming from? It's coming from the larger conscious system, just like the data stream that tells me about I'm part of the Earth universe. I'm now in a different universe. I'm in a different place.
And this is with your eyes closed.
Eyes closed. I'm no longer in this
You've
universe.
somehow or another taking your consciousness and tuned into another reality.
All it is dropping one data stream, drop another. Let's say you're in World of Warcraft and you drop that data stream. Instead, you get a data stream from Sims. Okay, well, you're not in that World of Warcraft anymore. Now you're in the Sims reality. Okay, there's different data streams. All data streams are created by the larger conscious system. It gives me a data stream.
How long did it take you to reach that state?
25, 30.
But remember, there was 2 Tupacs at the MGM. There was 2 of them. She said one got in the helicopter, and Suge said there was another one in the ambulance with him. If that's so, is that why they spell it like this, with the 2? Well, there definitely is photos and talk of 2 different Pacs. They look very similar, but have differences. One has a bigger nose and perfect teeth, and one has a smaller nose and is shorter with crooked teeth. Listen closely to what Suge's about to say right here.
I think that 95% of the artists, or maybe 98, is influenced by Pac. Tupac was on a level where the Death Row Tupac, that is. You know what I mean? It's a big difference between Interscope Tupac and the Death Row Tupacs. The Interscope Tupacs, you might get a Tupac album and he might have 1 or 2 songs on there that was Tupac's, and you loved it. The rest of it was some shit that they wanted to do that you didn't like. The Death Row Tupac was like,
this is not the same Tupac, believe me. This is not the same Tupac, believe me. This is not the same Tupac, believe me. This is not the same Tupac, believe me.
So just remember what Suge said. There was a difference between Interscope, Tupac, and Death Row. Look closely at the difference in the teeth. They have different noses, and they also have different teeth. Because these are two different Pacs. And that's why they spelled it like that, Tupac.
See, I get a feeling there are two Tupacs. See, I get a feeling there are two Tupacs.
Y la llave. Está colocada la llave.
They're fucking crazy though. I've been watching them for a minute. No, I'm not. It's actually really creepy but cool. Look, they're all about to appear, Dad. They disappear super fast. Look.
I know, what the shit are those?
They're all disappearing.
Weird.
Weird unidentified flying objects.
Crazy.
This client tells me that the yard hasn't been cut in 4 weeks. Does this look like a month of growth to you? You're about to not even be able to see me. Oh my gosh. This is a jungle. There could be whole animals living in here. Hey, the Ferris is... Oh shit!
I believe they got their chakras misaligned now.
How many times have people claimed that they'll be thinking something and then an ad will pop up on Facebook or...
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So all the time.
100%. It happens all the time. Literally, when you started looking up those, your little like caffeine pouches or whatever, I never searched for it or anything, and the ad started popping up on my phone like every freaking other ad. I'm like, dude, come on.
Out of the two of us, I'm probably the more unhinged. I am one of these people that believes that absolutely, not only is your phone listening, but there might be even more to it that we really
But that's
don't
not
know.
even listening. That's...
Yeah.
I didn't even speak on it yet.
Yeah.
I want to know how many people that are watching this have had something like that happen where you've had a thought and it popped up on an ad on a YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, whatever it is, because I'm sure there are millions of people that this has happened to.
Yeah.
This shit is so crazy. All right, I want to talk about something explain to me what is it called? Let me see. I had it written down. CE5.
So someone reached out and said, I'm a scientist, a molecular biologist that worked at Battelle for a small period of time during my training for the Navy. And he said that at one point we were joking with each other because we had to sign NDAs and this and that. And we were joking with each other among the other scientists about, oh, what if we see aliens? And he said we made a pact that day that if ever we did end up working with anything non-human, that we would send a text to each other and say, sorry, wrong number. And so fast forward, I think 2 or 3 years down the line, they had not communicated after that. There was no communication actively between these people because, they get posted to different areas and different jobs. And sure enough, he received a text out of the blue by one of these people that said that told him, yeah, sorry, wrong number.
Now, here's a question. I wonder why they even thought about this at the beginning when they were together. What was it at Battelle that made them even think about that? Because normally it's not something you would just think about.
Yeah, they probably had to have heard some type of water cooler rumor.
Exactly, exactly.
You shift into a different alternate timeline, all Glock. And what was it for? I believe that they were trying to tap into time travel so that they can go back in time and change the past so they can have a Nazi-dominant future. You see, they want to alter realities. The only problem with going back in time they didn't take into consideration is that if you go back in time, you can't alter the future reality that you existed in on the same timeline. Because when you go back in time, you shift into a different alternate timeline altogether, allowing you to go back in time in the first place and see even yourself. So it's like the grandfather paradox, right? If you go back in time and kill your grandfather, how in the world were you born to go back in time to kill your grandfather? Well, the answer is you shift into an alternate timeline. Now, going into the future, you stay on the same timeline. We know this because time travel into the future happens every day. Even when you get on an airplane, you travel into the future based on relativity. The person standing still on the ground and you moving across the sky in a plane, we know that you're moving forward in time by microns of tenths of a second, but you're moving in time. Same thing with astronauts when they travel into space. We know for a fact that because they're traveling at high speeds, they come back.
100% or I kill the boy. You don't want me to do that, do you?
Conduit is not a conversation with recording. Conduit routes an archived profile through your motor and speech centers. If you want out, you say out. Understood?
Understood.
Beginning at 20%.
Oh, my hand. That's not me doing that.
That's expected. 40%.
Okay. I feel I'm trying to make my mouth do something.
Don't resist it.
Well, look at that.
Can you identify yourself?
Oh, you know who I am. You've got me hidden away in one of your drawers.
60%?
I'm not ready for 60%. You're fine. Take it to 100%.
Protocol doesn't allow it.
I said 100%.
I can't do that.
100% is what I said to you. This is it. I'm out. I want out.
Y'all, they selling unknown meat. Unknown. What is that? They got a lot of it, y'all. Y'all be careful in America, man.
They're selling dinosaur ankles.
Well, who is Shiva? This is the god that is being associated. So who is Shiva? Shiva is the god being associated with CERN today.
Oh, yeah, that's
right?
wild.
With quantum mechanics that can go interdimensionally. With AI, so you can search multiple locations. So they're doing something interdimensionally. Just let me leave that hang out there. Shiva is the one they're doing these dances to. Shiva is also a creator god. Shiva creates a world it destroys by fire and then creates a new world to restart.
Wow. すごくいいですね。今もちょっと2分ぐらい入ったんですけども、もうそれだけでも汗も全部引きました。
工場さんはもちろん、倉庫さんとか、想定というか使ってもらいたいなと思ってたのは、そうイベント、人が集まるイベント会場とかゴルフ場とかで導入があれればいいかなというふうに思ってます。
All right, how y'all doing?
Hey, what up, what up?
Is they good in there?
Tonight, the next morning, I woke up in my own bed. And, the same claw marks appeared on my thigh.
Oh. Oh, wow.
Why things were so messed up on planet Earth, why was there so much suffering. The thing that they relayed to me over and over again was that everything in this reality, this 3D reality that, we're all existing in at the moment, is an illusion. It's part of like some sort of crazy experiment that we're all a part of and have chosen to be a part of, but it wasn't real. And after being in that higher dimensional space with those beings, I have to say they're right, because when you're in the interior of a starship, everything is so crystal clear. It's like the details are sharp, the colors are more brilliant, and it's almost like you're in this hyper reality where everything is so real compared to where we're at here, where it seems almost kind of faded out sometimes.
So we have a total of 12 heavens within the entirety of God's creation here. And I'll just say God's creation because we're using the firmament. 12 heavens are contained within here. But when you step all the way outside, you will see it. You'll see it all. But you'll also see all of the other creations outside of here as well. You'll see all the other constructs, all of the other firmaments, all different templates for an experience for the soul. Yeah. I could actually... Within here, there's levels. Yeah, there's 12. So you have the first heaven is the foundation, the earthly heaven here. And this is a point in time, this was open to every single being. That's why all the history's here. This is where you get the giants, you get the angels. You go up to the second heaven, this is where you're getting more of the galactic races, the celestial heaven. This is where you get the craft that's able to phase in and out of dimensions, and out of places, because all they're doing is they're tuning frequency, the frequency of themselves and the craft, to shift between layers of reality. And it's simple to understand that by a ice cube example. An ice cube is H2O, it's water. You vibrate the molecules in the higher, turns into a liquid. That liquid's still water, H2O. You vibrate it higher, it turns into mist. It's still water, H2O. Now you can barely touch it. You can barely see it, but it's still H2O. You vibrate that higher, it turns into a sound wave. Now you can't touch it, you can't feel it, you can't see it, you can only hear it, but it's still water, it's still H2O. And you will find, if you were to match that frequency of that state, you would find physicality in sound itself, because all these layers of reality is based off a certain frequency. And we can only see 0 point something % of the light spectrum. But really dialing that is just seeing more of that light spectrum. Even your thought forms you can't see because it's outside of your ability to see it right now. But once you come out of your body and you are able to see that, you'll see that even your thought forms are physicality themselves.
A little pyramid, that's what I like to say.
How long has this house been up on the market? You heard that?
Hell no. Sorry.
No, I'm not tripping. That did that just move?
Oh,
yo,
you letting ghosts in here or something, man?
Hold up, man. Y'all might got something. Nah,
that's not normal.
That got to be a mouse or something.
Okay.
Oh nah.
Let's get out of here.
All jokes aside, this is the most 4K video of paranormal activity I've ever seen.
Yes, talk about the ghost DNA.
Okay, so for people that who are like wondering if it's a Casper situation, ghost DNA. When ghost DNA basically means that you see some DNA in somebody and you're like, hold on a second, we can't attribute that. We can't clearly say that comes from either our species or a species that we already have in the data set, like basically Neanderthals and Denisovans. And you're like, this is someone else. Who is this? We don't know. They're a ghost species. And some people have put forward this fascinating model, this fascinating proposal that 20% of our DNA comes from a ghost lineage.
What, 20%? Wow, because I know with Neanderthal, we're talking about less than 5, right? Like 3, 2.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest, this paper is so explosive right now that a lot of us don't know what to do with it. And it's worth saying that it's still at the early phases.
Right.
But it's coming from some really big names.
And this would be an unknown species?
Yes. Wow. And the dates are really interesting and what they're attributing to that DNA. So basically what you're talking it's fair to say we're slightly hybrid, right? We're slightly hybrid. A little bit of Neanderthal,
some of us more than others.
Yeah, exactly, 100%, right? A little bit here, a little bit there. But what they're saying is we are hybrid. So what they're arguing is 1.5 million years ago, you had population A, population B. Right. Population A is where we come from. It's where the Neanderthals come from as well. Population B is just ancient, right?
Extinct now?
Absolutely. Except that then somehow they reconnected 300,000 years ago.
That number rings a bell.
Do you see why this is exciting? Do you want to tell them or?
You tell the origin of Homo sapiens.
Yes.
What? We are hybrid.
Do you understand why we're like, we don't know what to do with ourselves?
What?
And
oh my God.
And they're arguing that their models are showing a 20% infusion from population B. So this ancient human species who, when you said, are they extinct? I mean, technically, but also technically.
Yeah. But we're mules.
Right. Well, they're kind of really functional, really like quite good at procreating mules. And what they're actually showing is that the infusion of this 20%, that they think it had neurogenesis. The genes, a lot of them were related to neurogenesis. So you're talking about brain stuff.
Yeah, so define neurogenesis.
So basically neural genes that are related to neural activity. And so effectively what we're talking about is that infusion of DNA around 300,000 years ago. It was related to, it might have helped us with brain function.
Wow. The awakening.
And so I lower the paper and there's a woman standing at the foot of my bed. What? And she's translucent, but 3-dimensional. So I can see her full body, but I can also see through her. And she's in like kind of a tattered sundress, and she's got long, stringy blonde hair, but it's her eyes that get me. Her eyes are, imagine you give like a 3-year-old a piece of charcoal and you say, draw a circle, and they go, her eyes are 2 black circles that are undulating, which is not comforting. So I'm looking at this woman kind of like spellbound, and all of a sudden there's like a rush of motion. The paper falls out of my hand. My cat digs into my legs, jumps off the bed, takes off. My head slams back. I hit the headboard and I feel my whole body being pushed down and like pain on my biceps. And I'm like, what the? And all of a sudden I'm stuck and I feel tingling around my neck. And I kind of do this rack focus moment. She's jumped on top of me. She's pounced on me. Her knees are on my biceps and she's holding my arms down and she's right over me. Her hair is tickling me. And as I kind of take all of this in, I look up into her swirling black eyes and I see the most beautiful constellations and cosmos you've ever seen in your life.
What? Like through her?
Through her, like shots of NASA that NASA has of deep space through her eyes. And I have, at that point in my life, I've already had at least one out-of-body experience. I start to feel my soul leave my body, going up into those eyes. I'm literally being pulled up like a vacuum. And then I hear that voice again. And the voice says, just look away. With all the strength I can muster, I turn until I'm not looking at the eyes, and it's gone.
And that's a wrap for tonight, food. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, don't forget to hit and smash the like button for me, smash the subscribe button, be part of the family. Remember, stay woke, and I'll catch you next time.